Welcome back to the channel, everybody. We made it to September and it's time to get started getting the wheat in the ground. And then once we have the wheat, we're gonna get Grandpa started putting the wheat in, and then me and Dad are gonna go start chopping some silage. So I need to first off take off the straps here. Oh, I don't know why, but I have my super strength turned on. Jump in the tractor quick and see if I can open up. There we go. Open up the seeder. And then I should be able to grab this first bag of seed here. There we go. Guess I grabbed the pickup. There we go. And I should be able to turn it so that the open end is down, and then go over here and fill up the planter. So there we go. How much seed did we take? I guess I didn't change my capacity on my bags, so that's wonderful. I'm gonna have to use all 10 of these then. No, we don't need you. I'll set you down. So, I thought when I bought these, I had set them to be 10 times the normal capacity. I guess that didn't work. So each one of them is only 25. But since I'm going to use a hired worker or course play to do this, the game will automatically keep my seed full. So I'll just go ahead and put all 10 of these in here now, and then it'll just keep charging me for the seed that is used while the seeder goes through the field. So that's fine. That'll be alright. I think we can handle that. I forget how much this planter holds, but I guarantee you it's more than the 250 liters that I'm about to put in here. So I think what happened is I set it to get 10 bags, but I didn't set my size multiplier. So I probably set one thing to 10, and I didn't set the other one to 10x, or maybe that doesn't actually work with this mod. That could be possible too. We just know next time around, dude, just go ahead and buy a pallet then. I'm gonna cheat. Not that I don't mind that taking time, but I'm wondering if I can just pull that up here. Oh, it's not gonna work that way. Alright. It's not gonna refill that way. I'm gonna do this the hard way. And I just chucked my cattle prop into oblivion. I don't know where it went, but it's not laying over here anymore. There we go. If it's opening up the planter, it should recognize that there's seed there. There it goes. And there we go. Got some liquid fertilizer in there. And we are going to go ahead and fold that up so we can drive it across the way and get into the field. I don't know where that thing ended up. I'm going to have to look on the map and see if I can find it. It still says it's laying right here somewhere, I think. I don't know. It'll show up. Alright, let's jump in the tractor, go across the road over here and get Grandpa started on the wheat, and then we will be back to get the silage started. got Grandpa started on the wheat, and me and Dad are over here looking at some silage. So, a strip of alfalfa still. This used to be an alfalfa field. Looks like I left a strip there. Squeezing in here next to this fence. We should make it to the other end of the field before we're full, but I might not have enough room to get out of the field once we're up there, so I might have to run over some corn or go all the way back right along there. We'll see what we decide to do. We've got a nice long steep hill here, and the forage harvesters struggling along here at about 3 miles per hour. We're gonna back off here because we're about to get pinched between the head and the fence. Back off just a little bit, let him get back ahead of us a little bit here. Struggling up this hill. That's alright. This is gonna be our main silage field over here. I'm trying to decide, so I only need about 200,000 liters of silage this time around, so that would be about 4 truckloads, because I'm not going to have a large herd of cattle right away. So I'm trying to decide if I want to just do that 200 or if I want to keep going, because 200,000 liters in the bunker silo that I have is going to make it look like there's basically nothing in there, but I guess we can go with it and call it good, see what it looks like. So we need to get about 5 truckloads of silage. Let's see how that works out here. About 90% full here. I thought I had the capacity on this truck set at 40. It's either 40 or 41,000. I have it set so it'll hold 2 full combine loads when I'm actually harvesting normal crops. So, not that silage isn't a normal crop. You understand what I mean? Now she wants to speed up. Holy cow. Now we're moving along. Got up that hill and sped up and got away from me. Yeah, we're going to get to 95% of this here at the end of this row here. And then I'm going to have to try to figure out a way. I think I'm just going to have to cut through the corn to get out of here. Yeah, I'm at 98%, so I'm just going to let him turn around. I'm going to try to sneak through here without running over any more corn than I have to. Oh, look at that. I made it. We did have enough. Great. It helps when I actually get my fences straight for it. So, my fence might not be straight. It's really getting squeezed in here. I guess this fence isn't perfectly straight. Oh well. Close enough. We only took out 1 row of corn, so we're going to go get this in the bunker. Then we'll get Elliot started with the 7120, packing and leveling everything in, and then we will head back and do a few more trips. Not a lot of chores in this one. There's going to be a lot of field work in this one. We might try to sneak some of the corn harvest in October in here as well, because we are going to put together some high moisture corn and grind up some of our hay so that we're ready to feed the cows over the winter and to bring our calves to the feedlot after they're born in November. So they'll probably stay out with the mothers through the winter and we'll bring them in the spring. So that should be the plan there. Let me get this dumped, show you course play here to get the silo. Bunker silo level. That bunker right there is going to be where our high moisture corn is going to go, and then we're just going to tip our hay right under the ground right there with our grinder there. So, alright. Let's see how this works. There we go. Look at that. And I didn't get going. That's where the super strength comes in. I didn't keep up with the speed that the chaff was coming out, and I got my axles off the ground. So every once in a while stuff happens. You gotta get stuck and get yourself pulled out. I'll stay ahead of it this time. go. Now we should be able to pull him out. Go ahead and get him turned around. Now I should be able to jump in the 7120. Let's see if I can get him. Yes, silo works. So we want our target position to be right there, facing that way. We want our silo to be right there. We want to go backward in the silo, and we want to wait at the target, and we want to stop when we get to 99%. So let's see if he's close enough. No path found. That's fine. We will back you in to the bunker silo here. And now we'll hit play. See what happens. There we go. Now we found the silo. He's going to drop his blade, turn it around, back into the bunker, start rolling things off. Alright. We're going to head back and get another load, and we will be back when we're ready for the next portion of the game. Well, the silage is all done now, and we're just finishing up getting this pile compacted. I had to turn on my HUD up there so I can see where I'm at. We're at 93% on the compaction. I ended up doing 6 loads, and we got a little over 240,000 liters. I did that because then I can do 3 truckloads when I do my high moisture corn, my corn cob mix over there. That way, because I have my recipe set to be 50% silage, 25% hay, and 25% high moisture corn. So if I do 6 loads of this, I do 3 loads of high moisture corn, and I have my 50% already baked in. I could have kept going and just known that at any point I can take corn out of the grain bin and grind it up. I think we ended up getting about half of that field, so I know that there's probably somewhere around 500,000 liters of worth of chaff in that field, so, or worth of silage in that field. So next time we need to do some, we know that. So what are we at? We're at 98% there. Is this last pass gonna do it? Still at 98. At 99, once I get to 100%, I can jump out and dump this out. That should do it. There we go, we're at 100%. So now we can jump out, and I should be able to put a blanket on it. We're going to blanket 245,000 liters of silage, and there we go. So now we need to go drop off the leveler. We'll just leave the truck there for now. I'm going to go get the forage harvester out of the field, get it back to the farm, and then we're going to run over and take over for Grandpa and get the rest of the winter wheat harvested. So that's what we're going to take care of next. all of the wheat seed is in the ground, but I noticed when I was finishing up this last field that it says that I have 74% pests on my wheat fields. So I gotta trying to figure out what exactly I need to do. When I get over here, it actually switches me to a different field because all my farmlands are associated with field 1. So when I get too close to the edges, it thinks I'm on field 1. But it says, I went in here and already did one pass, and I'll show you. It says I'm only applying, or maybe it's because I was too close to the edge and it was picking up that I was on field 1 that didn't need insecticide. It said I only did like 1%. So let's try this again. I just realized that maybe that was the issue, that I was overlapping with field 1 over there. So I'm gonna set my automatic rate for my insecticide here and turn it on and see what happens. Now it says it's applying 11 gallons per acre, but if I look at there at the bottom, okay, I am using some. It's not going down by a lot, but it's definitely putting some insecticide on now. I was wondering if, even though I can't visually see anything coming out of the sprayer, I think that's just an issue with the mod itself. I was wondering if maybe I have to wait till the wheat is actually growing to be able to do anything. So let's see now. If I do that and now I go back behind where I just sprayed, yeah, see, it's saying that I'm still only putting on 3% insecticide. So I'm going to switch here. I'm going to bring up my other screen. Yeah, and down here it just says needs P and pests, but it doesn't tell me how to get rid of the pests. The only option that I have in the store is to buy insecticide or fungicide. So I don't know if I'm needing to apply insecticide or fungicide to get rid of the pests, because it honestly, I'm assuming disease is fungicide and pest is insecticide. So I'm going to finish this episode out now. I'm going to go ahead and run a couple more passes and see if that changes anything, and if it doesn't, actually, you know what, let's turn the automatic rate off quick. I turned the auto rate off and it's still applying at the same rate. So I don't know if it's just a matter of the sprayer that I'm using, or if I have to wait until the crop is actually growing so that there's something to spray the insecticide onto. But we'll worry about that next episode. If I have to come back in October and run the insecticide through while I get Grandpa or somebody to come out and run insecticide while we start the wheat harvest, we'll do that. But that's gonna be it for this episode. As always, thank you guys for watching Moose Farms. The like, subscribe, notification bell, comment. As always, if you've been on YouTube long enough, you know what to do if you want to. And we will see you next time here on Moose Farms.